Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, a Facebook page, a YouTube channel. Hey, wherever you're watching from, we're just glad you're here. But please, share the link on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, including this one, if you don't mind. And if you're watching on Facebook and you want to stay there because you're lazy, that's fine. You're not lazy. We're just happy you're here. But if you'd like to join us on YouTube, that is where we monitor the comments. So if you want to hear your comments read, you want to partake in today's show, want to hear your name said, want to hear your comments read, join us on YouTube because that is where we're hanging.
Glad I'm rubbing off on you with the nice words.
What nice word did I even say?
Partake.
Oh, partake. Partake. Yeah, I guess it is a Kaplanism. Just like John, he says, good morning, boys. So, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, where you can see all sorts of great shows this weekend and great podcasts. And it's Wednesday, so we have a legend with us right now. Michael Kaplan is here.
Oh.
Good morning, Michael.
Legend.
Legend.
Legend of what?
A legend in your own home. How are you, sir?
Fine. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks.
Wait, can you do that again? How are you?
I'm okay, thanks.
No, can you say, how are you, Michael?
Oh, how are you, Michael?
Who cares?
Who cares? There you go. Very nice.
A little slow on that one.
I know, which I'm surprised about because you're, because that's your line. Ann is here, just passing through. Doctor appointment at 8:30, which that means 20 minutes. And Ann's been busy. Doctor's appointments and moving and all sorts of craziness. Ann, hope you're all right. And hope you're, getting settled into the new place. And, hope we get to see you soon. So, last week, the only... I'm not sure if we're getting into last week or not. That's up to you. The only thing I want to say about last week is that before the surprise came, we were talking about something. I just want to finish that conversation.
Oh, okay.
I was telling you that I just saw Rod Stewart in concert.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, has canceled the rest of his tour.
Really?
Yeah. They announced it a day or two ago. He has canceled the rest of his tour. And he, I think, already had some kind of heart procedure or something. His health is not good. He's 80 or 81, and I think I even mentioned it on this show. I was concerned that we were not even gonna. I thought the tour would be canceled before he even came to Jones Beach. Their videos were up on YouTube of him right in the middle of the show on stage getting oxygen in the middle of the show. So I was like, this guy is not making it to the beach. Yeah. But he made it to the beach.
But you said it was good.
I loved it. I had never seen him before.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted him to get to the Jones Beach so bad. Not, I'm not concerned about his health. I'm just thinking about me. I wanted to see the show.
It's all about me.
Of course. Now you can go die, Rod Stewart.
Oxygen in between songs.
Yeah, there's videos on YouTube. They bring the tank right out to the stage, and there he is putting the thing on. Yeah, unless it's an act, but it doesn't look like it. And then Jeff Scalzi, who was in here this past Monday, because there were a few times in the show where Rod walked off the stage and the band was, playing. Jeff said he heard that every time Rod walked off, he was getting oxygen.
Wow.
So, apparently he has a heart issue. I believe he already had a procedure done on it, and the rest of the tour is canceled. So, Rod, I appreciate you getting to the beach so that I can finally see you. But so I think I was telling you that it was. I really enjoyed it because again, that man's catalog is extensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit there's a lot of Rod Stewart stuff I don't like.
Me too.
I mean, you're a big, you're an old soul. You like a lot of previous generation stuff.
Yeah.
Like when Rod Stewart was doing all those classics.
Oh, the 50s music.
Well, even earlier, he was doing...
40s.
Yeah, he was doing like a lot of Sinatra-type stuff.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
No,
and I do like
either.
that stuff, but
me too.
I just didn't like him doing it.
No.
He's a blues... some of his early stuff. I mean, when he first came out, he was a member of the Jeff Beck group. That was how he broke out, and they did nothing but blues. And
Yeah.
oh my God, and I'm a big blues guy, so I love that stuff. Personally, think Rod Stewart's voice is perfect for that type of music. But even after that, once he got more popular, like Maggie May and all those songs he's popular for, great songs. But that's what I like. I like his more the rocking things, Hot Legs and Stay With Me and Infatuation. Even into the 80s when he got a little more poppy, like even some of that stuff in the 80s, like Love Touch. Want to give you my love touch. I hated it. But Infatuation I thought was fantastic. His version with Jeff Beck of People Get Ready, love it. So I really loved the show. Such a vast catalog of songs. I thought it was just great. And then you think about afterwards, all the songs that he didn't do, then you realize, wow, what a catalog. But I wanted to talk about it with you because Little Steven came out as a special guest.
Yeah, that's wild.
They did 3 songs. One was an old blues number, actually by Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac started out as a blues band, too.
Did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Black, the song Black Magic Woman?
Of course.
Santana?
Yeah.
That's a Fleetwood Mac song.
Wow.
Yeah, no, most people, that's the reaction every time I tell people that. That is a Fleetwood Mac song from like one of their first or second album. And it's very bluesy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did an old blues Fleetwood Mac tune. They did, was it Stay With Me? I think they did with Little Steven. And then they did Having a Party. The old, was it Sam Cooke, who I believe did the original? Mm-hmm. And then Rod did have a hit with it in the 90s. But yeah, Little Steven was out for those. So now I'm actually a big Little Steven fan.
Yeah, I know.
Stephen Van Zandt from The Sopranos, same guy. I think he was great. I thought he was awesome on The Sopranos. Mm-hmm. He had that other TV show. I forget what it was called, where he was a mobster who was.
That was in Europe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he was in the witness protection program.
Yeah.
I want to say
the name of it too, but I
want to say it was called Norway, but I know that's wrong.
No, it might have been Norway.
It was something like that.
Something like that. Finland, something like that.
I watched. I believe it was on for 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I think I got maybe halfway through and I just kind of tailed off. I like to pick it back up because I think even some of the Sopranos guys ended up on it.
Yeah.
So I like to go back and check it out. But so I like him as an actor. I love his music. His last, maybe 2 or 3, his last 3 albums are masterpieces, in my opinion.
Is that himself or with the Disciples of Soul?
So I'm going back to, there's an album, it's just called Little Steven Born Again Savage. There's not a bad song on this record.
Wow.
It's him on all the guitars and vocals, Jason Bonham on drums, and on bass is U2's bass guitar player, whose name escapes me right now. But it's just those 3, and it's like, it's heavy. It's
wow.
It's almost like grungy. Yeah.
I like his station, Underground Garage, on XM. Yeah.
I do like that. So, yeah, and then his last 2 albums are with the Disciples of Soul. Yeah, very soul, lots of horns. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's an album by Southside Johnny. I think it was like early to mid-'90s, where Little Steven, he's all over this album. He produced it. He wrote, I think, all but one song on the album. It may as well be a Little Steven record, and even that was, I thought, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of his music. So I was thrilled when he came out, and one of the first thoughts I had was, I got to tell Michael. But now, do you follow the other band members or no? Or you're just Bruce.
No, I'm not just Bruce. I follow Nils.
You do?
I do follow Nils. I'm not a big fan of his solo stuff. Even although I think he's a great guitar player.
Amazing guitar player. He has a song, though, that Bruce actually is on called Valentine.
Yes.
It's right up your alley.
Yeah, I know that song.
In fact, do you know who's drumming on that song?
No.
Ringo Starr.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's Nils, Bruce, and Ringo.
I follow all the band members.
You do?
Yeah. I actually read a lot about Roy Bittan.
Yeah, sure. Professor.
How he plays. He lives on the Jersey Shore, and his neighbors they hear him. He plays 24/7.
No kidding.
He will not get off that piano.
That makes sense to me because he's an amazing piano player.
He's an amazing piano
He's
player.
all over that Bat Out of Hell. A lot of that piano playing is him, and even the drumming, Max Weinberg from the E Street Band. That's him.
I follow Jake Clemens because he's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, sure.
And he went to Glenn Hansard's funeral, which I didn't know he was in that
Circle?
fray of people. Yeah. You know, because Glenn Hansard is kind of a legend, right?
Yeah, yeah. Very sad. If
That
you
was
don't know,
very sad.
If you don't know who Glenn Hansard is, he was from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
An Irish singer, guitar player, very, very good, very folksy.
Very folksy.
But he's also branched out and done other things. And Rosie, our beloved Rosie, she's a huge Eddie Vedder fan. Eddie Vedder did a tour maybe 2 years ago, like a solo tour. If I'm not mistaken, first time he's done a solo tour outside of Pearl Jam. Glenn Hansard was not only the opening act, but then he was in the backing band for Eddie Vedder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I knew a lot about him. Sally's a big fan of Glenn Hansard.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific.
Yeah, he had a hit from a movie,
Once.
That's the name of the movie?
That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay.
Once.
Yeah.
And it was actually turned it into a Broadway play.
Oh, what's the play or the movie?
Once.
Oh, what's the name of the song? They're both called Once?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was getting
And
confused.
you would love it. It's I'm sure you've heard it.
Probably.
It was very popular.
What I've heard, I can't name a single song of his.
Yeah.
But what I've heard, I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just never kind of followed.
He was a great
I never
writer.
fell down the rabbit hole to really dig into him.
Yeah.
But I liked what I heard. He was
So-
on Letterman once. He blew me away. He sang a cappella just by
Oh,
himself
wow.
on
Yeah.
Letterman once. Yeah, thought he was great. So, all right. So
The only one I really don't follow is the one is the organist Charles Giordano.
Right,
Because he really doesn't do. I think he does backup stuff for people.
Right.
He's a studio guy. But Max, all of them. I like Max's kid.
Oh, his son's a drummer.
His son's a drummer. He's out of his mind drummer. He's really good.
And Patty, I have her albums.
I have her albums like Rumble Doll.
Right. And
Yeah.
she has 3 or 4.
She has 3 or 4.
She's very good. I like her a lot, actually.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great voice. Man,
It's an
she's
acquired
sexy.
voice. I know she had those long legs back then. She still does.
God.
I know.
There's a scene in that home video, live from New York City. I think it was the reunion tour. Mm-hmm. And there's one part, I don't remember what's going on, but for whatever reason, they just show her walking across the stage. She has a strut.
Oh,
she has a very sexy strut. Yeah.
She has a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she still has the walk, even though she's not well.
Yeah, she's got what, some kind of cancer
She's
or
got
something?
a blood cancer or something.
Blood cancer.
Yeah, something I don't really remember
That's
the
got to
name.
be tough because I would think a blood cancer
But it's
must
in
travel.
remission.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
in remission.
Oh, that's nice.
But she does have a walk.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
She's a sexy lady.
Yeah.
And, yeah, great musician, too. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, they're saying good luck to Ann. There's Fremder.
luck,
Tony,
Ann.
I have... What?
Good luck, Ann.
Good luck, Ann. Whoops. Somebody named Antoinette is calling me. It says maybe Antoinette. I don't know who that is.
I thought your mother's name was Antoinette.
Her name is Ann, but it's
Ann.
not. But it's not Antoinette.
It's not Antoinette.
No.
You must know an Antoinette if it's...
Well, it says it's coming up the number, and then it says maybe Antoinette. Like it's not like the name, like it's in my contacts. It
Yeah.
actually has the phone number, and then the phone number fades away, and it comes. Then
Maybe
then it says
Antoinette.
maybe Antoinette. I'm like,
How does that work?
no idea, but now it's gone because I didn't answer it. Fremder, Tony, I have an idea to help with your eyes. Later on today, go outside and stare at the sun.
Well, that will hurt you more.
I know that's why I'm a little bothered right now. Fremder's trying to cause me harm. If my eyes are damaged, who's going to read your shitty comments? Come on, Fremder. Speaking of which, thanks for the segue, Fremder. Do not try to take a picture of the eclipse tonight. There's a solar eclipse tonight.
Yeah.
Do not. Well, let me rephrase that. Do not take a picture with your iPhone
Why?
because you know how like staring at the sun hurts your eyes.
Yeah.
It's trying to take a picture of a solar eclipse with your iPhone. It's like the same thing as us staring at the sun.
Wow.
The iPhone is
Okay.
not equipped to take that kind of picture. So if you take a picture of it at the right moment, you could damage your phone. I read that yesterday. That it could damage
Okay.
your phone. However, according to some other articles I read, New York is not one of the prime places to see it. Chances are you'll see it from certain areas of New York, but it won't be like a super clear shot of it.
Yeah.
So so it probably won't hurt the phone after all because we're not getting a good view of it anyway. But that's tonight, the big solar eclipse. Fremder, Rod Stewart canceled his show. Well, I guess we know the real reason. Had to get his stomach pumped.
Still going with that.
You remember that? It's got to be 50 years old, that story. With what happened to Rod Stewart last time, I guess I know why his name is Rod. Getting oxygen, that's what they're calling it nowadays. More like Maggie Gay. Don't forget about Rod Stewart's number one hit song. Not reading that, Fremder. Rosie is a huge Pearl Jam fan. Yeah, I believe I said
I've
that.
heard women say they get wet off of hearing his voice.
Rod Stewart?
Eddie Vedder.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I've had a couple women in my little inner circle say, yeah, his voice makes me wet.
Really?
Yeah. He does have a great voice.
Oh, he's great.
Great.
I'm a big fan. Not a fan like Rosie. But
I have a question. Is Rod Stewart in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? He's been around so long
I'm pretty sure he is.
with that vast catalog of his.
Yes, he is. He is. In fact, yeah, and I'm surprised I had to think about this because I stole the line. He was not there when he was inducted. I don't remember why, but he wasn't there. And Jeff Beck inducted him because they have such
I guess it helped him. Jeff Beck is one of the best guitar players ever, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He should be in everybody's top 5. Even if you're not a
Yeah.
fan of his music,
Right.
he should be in everybody's top
Yeah,
5.
absolutely.
Nobody played like him. It's so weird to me that he's even dead. But,
Yeah.
yeah, he's been dead 2 or 3 years now. He inducted Rod Stewart into the Hall of Fame. And he said, and again, I'm surprised I had to think about it because I've stolen this line so many times. He goes, Rod Stewart and I have always had a love-hate relationship. He loves me, I hate him. I thought that was classic. Classic. And I've used that. I'm sure I've said it in here.
That's a great line.
I actually said it when I was president of the special needs PTA in my kids' school district. We were honoring Anthony Filizzola, who's been on the show once or twice. He's a friend of mine who I worked with in when I was involved with my son's Cub Scouts. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me finish my story. So he did something with the special needs PTA, and we were honoring him. And I actually said that in my speech. And I just remember the crowd, like the audience.
Yeah.
But he laughed. But, so that was I love that
It's
line.
a great line.
That is a great line. Speaking of love-hate, good morning, sir.
For all you music enthusiasts, I'll give you a little piece of useless information about Rod Stewart in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Do you know he was inducted twice to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I'm assuming he was inducted as a solo artist. Yes, and a member of the Faces. Yeah, they were inducted too.
Oh, the Faces.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
twice.
but he was not there for either one. All right, well, you want to play? Who was inducted twice in one night?
Michael Kaplan.
Who's been inducted 3 times?
Elvis Presley.
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton, yes.
Who's the first woman to be inducted twice?
What?
What?
Aretha Franklin.
No.
Barbra Streisand.
Incorrect. Stevie
Okay.
Nicks.
Oh,
She was
Stevie
inducted
Nicks.
what?
I should have
Twice.
known that. I should have known that. Yeah.
And the person to be inducted I believe the only person to be inducted 3 times is Eric Clapton.
For Derek and
okay.
the Dominoes himself and what?
Not Derek and the Dominoes.
Not Derek and the Dominoes.
He was first inducted for his time in the Yardbirds.
The Yardbirds.
Then he was inducted as a member of Cream,
Cream.
and then as a solo artist.
Wow.
Yep. So, yeah, you want to keep going with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame trivia, pal?
Well,
I'm ready to go.
I'm not. Obviously, I'm a novice compared to you. You're an expert, but I did know that Rod Stewart was inducted twice because I have one of my dearest friends has been Rod Stewart's security guy for years, and I wish you would have known. I wish I would have known you were going to the concert. It would have been an interesting time for you.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, because a fellow named Kevin Schroeder and is Rod Stewart's security guy.
Well, I think Mr. Schroeder's out of a job right now.
No, because he still takes care of the family and stuff.
Oh, I see.
He's believe it or not, Rod is still has a lot of security that's necessary.
Wow.
Yeah. Kevin has I'm not plugging Kevin, but he has a company called Black Tyranny Security, and he does Trump's family.
Wow.
With the Secret Service that the Secret Service doesn't cover, he does it. Yeah, he's very, very big in the business. Great guy. One of the greatest detectives I ever met. His son is now a detective. But Kevin was a great guy.
Nice.
And yeah. But yeah, he does Rod Stewart, and he used to bring me all Rod Stewart signed soccer balls. Because evidently Rod Stewart kicked soccer balls years ago to his fans in his concerts.
Yeah, he's been sued a couple of times because people claim to have gotten hurt after he kicked the ball.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, he had stopped doing that for a while because a person sued him.
Well, yeah, when we saw him 2 weeks ago, he didn't. The whole band they each had one soccer ball. Nobody kicked them. They just kind of like lightly tossed them into the crowd, or actually Rod himself actually just handed somebody in the front row a ball.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Fremder will have a lot of feedback
Like
after
a kickball?
A soccer ball.
Oh, a soccer ball.
Rod Stewart is a big soccer guy. He came very close to playing professionally.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and even after he hit it big as a singer, he would still play in like professional leagues and stuff. Yeah, big.
Yeah,
soccer
actually, he was like in a semi-pro team years ago, but yeah, that's just a little bit of useful information.
I'm full of
and,
it. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your show. Enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy the rest of your week. And as they say in the old country, suck an egg.
Andrea Bocelli, you know him, the opera singer.
Of course, not personally, but yes.
Yeah, he was a big soccer guy. In fact,
He was a big soccer guy?
Yeah, in fact, that's how he lost his sight.
Really?
But in a freak soccer accident when he was a kid.
Really? I had no idea.
And it's amazing because have you ever seen pictures of his family?
No.
Oh, well, either has he.
Was all that true though before that?
Yeah.
Do you know the details?
No, all I know is did
it hit him in the head or something?
Like he was hit in the head, or he got kicked in the head, and it affected his optic nerve, and he lost his vision. Yeah,
I never.
He just sees very light shadow, very dark shadows.
Wow.
Playing soccer.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's sad. Wow.
Sad.
Yeah, great singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're into that stuff.
Yeah, my dad took me to see him once.
But he didn't see you.
No, he did not see me.
Oh shit! I wanted to get a picture. Let me see if I can do this real. No, I can't because then I'll give it away to you. Damn it! I had it last week. These pricks freaking interrupt us.
I was playing a
week.
game the other night at Jen's family's house. It's called Hitster.
Hitster. Okay.
It's a music game, and I thought of you because there would be no way in hell anybody would beat you. You would take this little card, and you download the app. A song would be playing, and you would have to guess the first go round is the year the song came out.
Okay.
Right? So say 1975. So when it's your next turn, a song would be playing, and you would have to not look at the card, and you would have to guess if it was before 1975 or after 1975.
Okay.
And you would have to do in chronological order to win. And you would have to get 10 in a row. And it's not that easy, but I think to you it would be because you're such a song music.
Yeah, well, it
kinda
depends
guru.
on the time frame. Like if we're
It
going,
is like a lot of the hip hop stuff I didn't get.
Yeah, that would be rough for me.
It would be rough for me because I don't know a lot of it, and a lot of hip hop goes back to the late 80s, early 90s, and it's been remade.
I talked about this on this show just earlier this year, and it's just hitting me now why I didn't save this for a day that you're in here. Who is credited by many as the first hip hop song for recording and releasing the first hip hop song?
Oh, jeez.
It is
I
something
would know this.
you should know this.
I should.
Yes.
Well, you're saying who? So I'm assuming it's one person.
Yes.
It's one person because I would. Oh, don't tell me Vanilla Ice.
No. No, I'm telling you, you should know this.
I should know this.
You should know this. All right, I'm going to give you 2 hints.
Okay.
It came out in the late 50s.
Okay.
My other hint, I'll tell you the song. You just have to tell me, who it is. It's a hip. I mean, obviously they weren't calling it hip hop at the time,
Right.
But if you listen to it, it is kind of hip hopish. It's a version of The Night Before Christmas.
The Night Before Christmas.
I want to say 1955. I don't know if I have that right, but it was definitely late 50s. It was like the night before Christmas, done like rapping. And you don't know, huh?
No, I mean when you said 50s, I'm thinking Chuck Berry.
No, you should know this. Think about you. What are you name something you're a big fan of?
I'm a fan of a lot of things. You music-wise, you're talking about?
No.
You talking about a sport?
Nope.
Women?
Well, I'm always talking about women. What is one of your favorite things? Entertainment-wise.
The Boss?
Well, yeah, but now we're going back to the 50s.
We're going back to the 50s. You're not talking about like a Sinatra song or something.
No, I already told you the song. Don't confuse me.
It's easy to confuse you. Me too. Me too. One of my favorite things, entertainment-wise, strip clubs. No. No.
You're probably the biggest Honeymooners fan that I know.
Oh.
'Twas the Night Before Christmas, recorded by Art Carney.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. Many consider that the first hip-hop song. I'm dead serious.
Wow, I'll have to look that up.
It's on YouTube. You
It's
can
on
find
YouTube.
It. Yep.
And he's singing it.
Well,
he's
yeah,
doing it.
He's speaking it. He's rapping it. However you want to phrase it. Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk about Arcani, and I'm sure Rusiella will chime in, he was a very talented man.
Talented man, but he was a drunk.
A
bad drunk.
So much so. During the Honeymooners, the original 56 episodes,
Right.
Jackie Gleason has even said, 95% of the time he was smashed.
Right. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Smashed to the point where they just kind of threw him out there. Like a lot of that stuff wasn't rehearsed. Art Carney was just kind of winging
Jackie
it most
Gleason
of the
did
time.
not like to rehearse.
Right.
He didn't like to rehearse. And a lot of the scenes, since I found that out, then I would start because I still watch it. You would see Art Carney just standing in off the end of the camera, just like this, not even being a part of the scene.
Right. Right.
And Jackie Gleason has also said he would have never continued it because Art Carney left. Art Carney was the crux of that show, but he had a drinking issue. Yeah,
And then it was weird. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know my Honeymooners, but they did continue like into the
early 70s.
Yeah.
They tried it, and it was horrible.
Was it? Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah.
Which, yeah, a lot of people don't realize that like there's, there were other Alices, and they were in color after a while.
The famous Alice, the original Alice, was not the first Alice.
Oh, so I didn't know that.
Audrey Meadows?
Right, yeah.
No. She came to she went to the audition, and Jackie Gleason says she's too pretty. She's too pretty. Oh. The original Alice was Pert somebody. I forgot her last name. Her name was Pert.
Pert. All right.
Forgot her last name. She did a couple of episodes. Then Audrey Meadows auditioned, and he said she was too pretty. So she went home and she put like on an old-fashioned apron and dress, and did all that. And the next day she went back and picked her, and she was great.
Oh, she was great.
She was great.
Did you think she was pretty?
Not really.
No, me neither. That's why I'm surprised to hear that.
No, I thought Trixie was kind of cute.
Honestly, I don't remember what she looks like.
Yeah.
I'm bad with that. And I hated Audrey Meadows on what was the show with Ted Knight?
What? The Mary Tyler Moore show?
No. After.
Oh, it was just his show.
Yeah, and he had the two hot daughters.
The two hot daughters. And it's funny, we were just watching an old episode, Jen and I, maybe a month ago. Ted's Place or something?
And it had that flamboyant guy.
Yeah, the flamboyant guy, Jim
J. Bullock. Yeah. Well, Too Close for Comfort.
Too Close for Comfort. Very good.
I knew it would come to me. Ted Knight, that guy was hilarious.
Oh, he was funny.
But Audrey Meadows came on that show. She played his mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I don't think she was on every episode, but
No.
she was on a lot of them.
No.
I didn't like her on that.
I don't even remember in many things besides just The Honeymooners.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Her sister was Steve Allen's wife.
Jane Meadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one. Steve Allen was one of my favorites when I was a kid, even though he had already passed his prime by that point. But I still.
Well, isn't he he's really the pioneer of late night television, right?
Yeah, I believe. Wasn't he the first Tonight Show host?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He used to do this thing. So when we were kids in the 80s, somebody brought him back. He had the Steve Allen show in the 80s. And he did this thing, which I think I still do, myself to this day. He would set up a camera, like, let's just say, like, I don't know, on the 4th floor of a building, right? It was in New York City, and it would just show the corner of whatever street it was.
Yeah.
But it's New York City, so it's crowded. The camera would just be on that corner, and you'd see these people as clear as day just walking by, and Steve Allen would just sit there and narrate and make fun of them. Look at this guy with his stupid hat. He looks like like an idiot. Or look at that woman. Oh, be careful, she almost tripped. And hey, taxi driver, slow down. Like he would just do stuff like that for like 5 minutes. I thought it was the best thing in the world.
Great.
Yeah, I loved it, and and I still to this day I'm a people watcher.
Yeah,
and I'll do that with myself.
Me too,
I'm like, just in my own head. I'm like,
oh, absolutely.
And sometimes not my own head. I remember.
Remember when we went to Florida and I was taking a video of that lady who was pissed off at her husband or something? And then one guy, he was like, I don't know what he was doing. I took a picture, and you were like, stop.
I just remember sitting in our seats on the plane.
Oh, you remember that? Oh, she gave me some look.
Mike takes his phone, and he just lifts it up.
Like I'm taking a picture of myself, but I kind of...
You weren't fooling anybody.
No, because she looked right at me.
Oh, and it's actually a great picture because Mike's just sitting there looking at, you see him, but you see behind him, you just see this woman. All right, so you have stories. You were security for Art Carney, and you had drinks with him.
No. This is a question from Mr. Kaplan, and some of the greatest conversations I've had with Mike is about this in my garage. So I would like Mike's opinion of all the tenors. Who is the best tenor between Pavarotti, Domingo, and all of them? Who, in his opinion, was the best tenor?
Wasn't that a Seinfeld skit where they're like Placido Domingo, Luciano Pavarotti, and the third guy?
Yeah, I know John has an affinity for Jose Carreras.
Is that the third guy?
That was the third guy.
No, I don't have. No, Mike, you're wrong. It's Pavarotti.
Well, me too. Yeah.
But my affinity is with Pavarotti. I was with him for 6 months.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got a kiss from Pavarotti,
Yeah.
which is incredible. Yeah, I got to meet him, but he got the kiss.
Oh, and you met him?
I met Pavarotti.
Yeah,
I got his
with
autograph
my father.
backstage
Yeah, sure.
through my dad, and
Yeah.
but Pavarotti kissed John. That's the ultimate.
Right on the lips.
No, yeah, I sent you that photo, Mr.
Yes, you did.
Walker.
Yes, you did.
Yes, but in your opinion, because you're a student of the arts, okay, you love all that opera shit and everything else. All right, what? I shouldn't joke about this. In your opinion, and I value your opinion, who is the best?
Well,
Because it's hands down, in my opinion, there's only one that surpasses everybody.
besides Pavarotti,
Yes, Pavarotti was in the top three. There's no doubt about
it's
it.
top three.
But there was somebody's voice that was absolutely perfect, better than any tenor, better than the Caruso. All right, better than Valentino.
He's talking about Bruce Springsteen.
No, I think I know who he's talking about because we have spoken about it. And my father actually loved Pavarotti, but he loved this guy more, and his name was Mario Lanza.
Mario Lanza, you could not. There's nothing.
He had a voice. Oh my!
I remember the
God.
name. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I definitely remember
it
that
was
name.
as pretty as his voice was as pretty as Pavarotti, but sometimes it got so powerful.
Yeah.
It would just blow your doors off.
Really?
Yeah,
Still
but
around
actually-
enough?
no, he actually died very young. I don't even
He
think
died
he was
very
40.
young.
I don't
Yes.
even think he was. 40.
Pavarotti said to me, numerous occasions, he goes, "I can never match." They used to call him the master.
Yeah.
And Mario Lanza. Unfortunately, all his records are on vinyl. When he made in the early days, and nobody reproduced them. And I tried to get them, but nobody
Really?
reproduced them. But I have 4 or 5 of his records in vinyl that my father had, because my father was a diehard opera fan.
You
But,
can find them, Tony, on like Apple Music or something, but the recordings are not the greatest.
Oh yeah.
No, they're not. They're not.
So John,
But-
if you, so you have them on vinyl, but if there were CDs available, you would want them?
Absolutely. Well, I let's put it this way. I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear the reproduction of them, because sometimes the reproduction of these singers are not good.
Right, right.
You know, even Pavarotti. You know, some of his reproductions are terrible. You know, and all of them. You know, and everybody says the Irish tenors. Listen, they're all good. They're all good, but nobody. If you listen to Lanza and you compare them
He
to
was
all
special.
of them, there's nobody
He was
better
special.
than Lanza.
No.
But you have to be into that type of music. There's very few people that are more sophisticated than Kaplan that knows this type of music. I only know it because my father. I could give a shit about it, and then when I got involved with Pavarotti, you know, it was the most boring thing in the world. He would go out and do a concert, people would go crazy, women would scream, you know, not like rock concerts,
Right.
but the Italians would cry because he sang most of the Neapolitan songs. The Italian men would actually cry.
Yeah.
All right, with handkerchiefs.
Right, yeah.
And I could give a shit less about that stuff.
I've cried
but,
listening to Mario Lanza, Pavarotti. It evokes.
Yeah, but
it's just
did you
so
understand the words? That's the key.
Some of them, yeah, not really. No, I don't.
Right.
Yeah, to me, you didn't even have to understand the words.
Well, Fremder says he's dead, so now he's Pavarotting.
Yeah.
God,
But
He's snoring.
it's unbelievable. Like, you know, you go to the opera. I mean, now you told me the last time you went to the opera, they have screens in the seats
to translate the words to English.
to translate. But everybody used to go to the opera. Nobody understood Italian. I mean, what the
No,
fuck?
you had a libretto, but yet you would have to read it with a little opera light, because one side would be Italian or German, whatever the opera was in, and the other side would be the English translation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But to really
All
enjoy,
right,
you didn't need to know the translation.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, it was just so magnificent.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
and it's a dying art.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to you have to go on YouTube and find Jackie Mason's interpretation of the opera.
Oh,
It is
okay.
the funniest
It
skit
is
you
funny.
ever want to see in your life.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I've-
familiar.
Oh,
I've seen it.
you, Tony, you would fall on the floor.
Okay,
All right, you got to look at it.
I will. And if I don't fall on the floor, then I don't have to eat the octopus.
Oh no. Oh, that's coming. By the way, Dawn just wrote out the check.
Oh, yeah?
Dawn wrote out the check and handed me the check.
Well,
That's right.
I'm glad to know that she has faith in me.
Well, I told her, I says, to no avail because you'll never go through it.
Oh, I'm
You'll never
definitely doing. I'm not going to enjoy a single second of it, but I'm going through with it.
Well, again, before I hang up, let me make this public. You have to eat the whole plate. You cannot regurgitate. All right? That's a big word for puking. All right? You cannot regurgitate, and you cannot wash it down with anything but a drink. You can't have a piece of bread with it. You can't have this. That's the deal.
Right. But once I'm done with it, then I'm going to
But
town.
do you
on
like
seafood.
Oh, once you're done,
No.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
No.
Because octopus is delicious.
And I will
prepared
be right there with you eating the portion next to you.
That means nothing to me because I just want to get through the damn thing so I can eat my steak.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, I don't like any seafood, and this is going to be extremely difficult. But they're paying the PAL $200 for me to do it.
Nice.
So there you go. Scott the Mystery Man. I don't know what's up his butt, but Kaplan kind of looks like he's Mario Lanza. If Mario Lanza was bald and was in a plane crash.
Well, I'm just gonna gloss over that comment and I'll tell you why. No disrespect to you, Scott the Mystery Man. When I was younger,
Yeah.
I was dating this girl, and this girl's grandmother.
Yeah.
This is when I had hair.
Okay.
She said, "You look just like Mario Lanza." I'm
Really?
like, "Get out of here."
And which number wife did that girlfriend turn out to be?
67, I think.
You know what? I see it.
Yeah.
I do see it.
And plus he had, Mario Lanza. He always had a trouble with weight.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
So, yeah. So then he got a little chubbier, but yeah, And I never thought of that. And then I went home and told my dad. He goes, "You know what? Yeah, she's right."
Yeah, I mean, you're not like a dead ringer, but
No.
but there's definitely like
A little similarity.
a little.
Yeah. I don't
Like
even think he
I
was-
wouldn't even say like you could pass like his son or something.
No.
Or brother, but there's a slight resemblance. Yeah, I could see that. Yep. That's what I was starting to say before that I meant.
I don't understand that comment though.
I have no idea what that comment's about. It kind of shocked me. But yeah, he's like, see, so I was right. And who's this? Fremder. I can't wait to see the look on Tony's face when he eats that.
And Scott the Mystery Man. Yeah. See, I was right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not reading the rest of that comment from Fremder if you look at exactly what he wrote, but I don't know why he has to go there. You see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it'll be worth it. $200 going to the PAL. So, but somebody else I think you look like. Well, that was another topic of discussion that I never got to last week. Remember, I posted a picture of you last. Well, it wasn't a picture of you, but it was a picture, and you were like, "Who is that?" Do you remember that?
No. This was last week. Well, last week was a blur.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? I felt like I went 15 rounds with Mike Tyson last week.
You definitely got beat up like you
Yeah, I
were.
took a shellacking.
Let's see.
Unwarranted, but that's okay. That's okay. I have tougher skin than people think.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. So I posted, so to promote the show last week, where the hell is it?
I remember that picture, the the tall guy with the fireman.
Oh, Bobby Sen.
Yeah.
He was he was here for the stabbing.
Oh, you posted that on? Yeah. I don't know.
So so I posted. So all right. So let me show you guys.
Yeah, that's funny. Because when I saw it, I'm like, who the hell is that guy?
Have you since figured it out or no?
No.
Okay.
So
let me show this. So to promote the show last week, I posted this photo and said it was Mike. Now, I wish I had video. There was a video just from a week or so ago of this man walking, and that's when it really, because he has like a similar body type as you,
Right.
and I think he's around even the same height. That's Wally Backman. That's Wally Backman.
Wow.
I personally think
I would have never guessed it.
I think you look like him, especially when you have the goatee. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So last week, the
Obvious-
Mets honored their '86 team, and they were all at the stadium, and they all came out. And when they were announced, they had to walk onto the field and take a seat. And when he was walking onto the field, I was like, that's when it hit me. I was like, kind of like. The body kind of looks like Mike. Then they zoomed in a little bit to his face. I'm like, even his face kind of looks like Mike a little bit. I said, I think Mike looks like Wally Backman. So I kept that in my head. So when it was time to promote the show, I used a picture of him.
That's funny now.
So that's Wally Backman. All right, let's see. Fremder, going there is fun to see the.
Going where?
I don't know. Going there.
The Opera House?
Is fun to see the scrunchy look on everyone's face. Okay. Oh, I guess with John? The last time I got out of the shower, my dog looked at me like my tail was on backwards.
Someone just sent me a Facebook joke like that. Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, my tail was backwards. God, I just
on
hit
the
me.
wrong side of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott the Mystery Man. My favorite opera singer is Adam Sandler's Opera Man from SNL. Opera Man was funny. Yeah, Opera Man was funny.
I'll give you that, even though you think I was in a plane crash. God.
Top 3 people you would love to interview, and what would be the first things you would ask them?
That's a great question.
Hey, thanks.
Great question.
My phone is ringing again. This time it's a Hicksville number. I know a lot of people in Hicksville.
Maybe it's William Joel. Oh, he doesn't live in Hicksville, though.
True. He doesn't even live in New York anymore, the flat-living bastard.
He doesn't live in Sag Harbor anymore.
I think that's the only house he has left on the island, actually.
You know, I just found out that Keith Hernandez lives in Sag Harbor.
Does he still?
I don't know. But he was talking about, I know where he was talking about his route to get to the stadium. He takes exit 70,
Yes.
all these things. And that's quite a commute to Citi Field.
It's got to be at least 2 hours each way.
At least.
Probably more.
I'm assuming he has a driver.
He doesn't make it sound like he does.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, let's see. Oh, it's my eye doctor. Yes, I know I have an appointment Friday. He makes it sound like he does the drive himself,
Yeah,
but
he
you're
does.
probably right. He probably does have a driver. Maybe I don't know if he still does it. I don't know if maybe he does and he stays there during the baseball season. Because he was just this year talking about how over the winter, he moved to North or South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
But, obviously during the baseball season,
Yeah.
Unless he stays in the city in a hotel or something. But, he's been there for a while. I was once sitting in traffic on the Northern State Parkway. Both sides were like parking lots. And I'm sitting there. And I'm heading east. But I'm in the left lane. So you got the median. And it's just, the cement median. So the car next to me on the left lane going west was, right next to me. And it was summer day, so I got the window. This was years ago. It's got to be 30 years ago. sitting there. I got the window down. I'm just sitting there, and I just, you start looking around.
Yeah.
I look at the car next to me, but he's going west. I just look, and it's Bud Harrelson. And same thing. He's just sitting there like this, and we just kind of made eye contact. So I just went, Bud, and he just went, and that was it. That's the whole thing.
That's your.
And then we both moved up a couple inches after that, and that was it. Another time.
That's all you said was Bud.
That was it. That was the whole thing. I mean, it was just because you're in one of those moods. You're sitting there bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a parking lot. So, I wasn't, it was Bud Harrelson, but I still was not in the mood to talk to him. So I was just like, Bud. And he did the same. And he just went, and that was it. Now, on the other side of that, I have an uncle who's, he's a jerk. And his wife, she's a jerk. I can say that. I haven't talked to him in almost 30 years, so that's why I can say that. So he used to work at a bank when I was a kid. I think I was 7 or 8. He worked at a bank, and one of the people who used to come into the bank a lot, like a regular customer that he got to know, was Bob Apodaca.
Oh, wow.
Bob
Okay.
Apodaca, for those who... We're talking about baseball players. Keith Hernandez, Bud Harrelson.
Yeah.
Bob Apodaca was a pitcher, major league pitcher. He pitched several years for the Mets. So Bob Apodaca gave my uncle tickets once to a game that he was pitching. So we went, my uncle, my aunt, me, and my brother. My brother and I, like I said, I was like 7 or 8. And I never forgot this game. For a few reasons. One, the national anthem played. Now, my aunt, I don't know about now, but I don't care. At the time, her parents had some money. Her father was a photographer, and he did well. She was a spoiled little brat. She was a brat. Mm-hmm. And we get to the game. She's in a mood. She probably didn't like baseball, probably no desire to be there. The national anthem comes on. She did not get up.
Come on.
And this is 1977 or 78. It takes a lot of balls to do that back then. Where now, people are taking knees all the time. People are wearing hats. People are walking. But back then, everybody removed their hats. Everybody stopped what they were doing. She sat. She did not get up. I'll never forget that as long as I live. And then the game itself. So 77, 78, Dave Kingman's in his prime.
Yeah.
He was playing for San Diego Padres at the time. That's who they were playing. Bob Apodaca's pitching. Dave Kingman's up. If he hit one out, I think the Mets were winning, but he could have put the Padres ahead if he hit. And I'm 7 or 8 years old. I don't really understand or care.
Yeah.
I tell my uncle I have to go to the bathroom while Dave Kingman is up. He's like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "No, I have to go." He goes, "All right, well, hang on a second." I said, "No, I got to go." He goes, "You can't wait till this batter is done?" I go, "No." Sure enough, we go. We're in the bathroom. I can hear the craziness of the applause. And my uncle's beside himself. Because, again, there's no TVs back then.
Right, yeah.
Nowadays, you can go anywhere and know what's going on. So I finished. We had to rush back to find out that Bob Apodaca struck out Dave Kingman.
Wow.
And the place went nuts. And he missed it. And then after the game, so again, I'm talking about the opposite ends of things. So I'm sitting there like this to Bud. We leave this game. And I'll never forget this as long as I live. This was one of the weirdest things I've ever been a part of. We're driving on the Parkway, going home after the game. My uncle's in the left lane. He's driving. We look over in the right lane. Who's right next to us? I swear to you, this is true. Who's right next to us? Bob Apodaca. He's driving on the Parkway right next to us. We're like, what are the chances of this? My aunt rolls down the window, and she's screaming at him like a lunatic. And my brother will back me up. I know he remembers this. She's her arms are flailing. Instead of just yelling, "Hey, Bob, Phil, it's Phil from the bank."
Yeah.
Bob, it's over here, Bob. And he's driving. You see him. He's like, and she wouldn't let up. Arms flailing, screaming at the top of her lungs. I remember even myself thinking, "Hey, calm down. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Bob Apodaca was freaked out. She didn't even maybe if she even moved and given him a view, he would have seen, oh, it's the guy from the bank. The guy I gave tickets to. Hey, it was. it was such a weird moment because, again, what were the chances of being next to him on the parkway?
1 in a million.
And then, and then she's just yelling at him like a maniac. It was such a weird moment. Yeah. And so I went from, hey, bud, to, yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I'm more interested why she wouldn't stand up.
I have no idea.
Was she a feminist? Was she? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't even know.
Did she have some sort of disability where she couldn't stand?
No, not at all. I do remember she was in a mood. I don't know why. I don't know why. Again, she was a handful. She was a brat. She was daddy's little girl, and she was a brat.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of moments before they were married. Because I lived with my grandmother till I was 12. So, and my mother is one of 6. So when I was born, my mother was living there. My mother is the 4th out of 6. So her younger sister and her younger brother were still living with my grandmother. This uncle is only 15 years older than me. So he was, still living in the house when I was living there. So when he was dating the woman that became his wife, I saw her all the time because, I was living there.
Yeah.
So I have many memories of the two of them fighting.
Wow.
Loud screaming matches because she was spoiled.
That's great. That's some story.
So why she didn't get up, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I remember like it was yesterday. I could tell you she had like a yellow dress. She had a yellow, I don't know what they're called, but it's like a flowy, like floppy looking hat.
Yeah.
Almost like something you'd wear like to Saratoga or something,
Okay.
Like something like that. And I remember her sitting there like this, just sitting there. Yeah, it was very odd. And I do remember, I'm 7 or 8, and I remember I kept looking back, like shocked.
Yeah.
Thinking in my head, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I have no idea why.
Getting back to your question, it's a great question.
Okay.
Who I would want to interview.
Yeah, I don't know how we ended up going on.
Well,
on that tangent.
I happen to be reading a book right now, and it's called Before I Loved You, right? And it's people, it's someone, if you can go back in time and talk to someone that you now love, but you didn't love back then. So, but
you knew, but didn't love.
No,
you didn't know them at all.
You didn't know them at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
So there's 3 people in mind because I have a couple minutes to think about this. One is a great writer, German writer called, his name is Franz Kafka, because he wrote about the dark side of love. He was a great writer. No, the second person would be Mr. Gottman, which I don't know if people know. The Gottman Institute is the famous Gottman Institute. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I have not.
For the past 100 years, they've been studying human interpersonal relationships.
Oh.
John Gottman. I would love to interview him. And
Still alive, this guy?
No.
Oh.
And someone who I would like to interview, if I can go back in time, would be my dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But before I was his son.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had in here a few weeks ago, I guess about a month ago, a local musician, Tom Sanfilippo. And Tom, he's a great guitar player, and he plays. His main thing is a Grateful Dead tribute band. He's Jerry Garcia, and he had a show in here for a while, Monday nights, and he would play, and I could listen to him play all day. I just think he's phenomenal on the guitar. Cool guy. I got along with him, and so since he stopped his show, he's been in. He was a regular on my show before he had his own show in here. So then since I brought him on maybe a handful of times. So, yeah, it was earlier this summer. He contacts me out of nowhere and says, I'd like to come in. I'm like, okay. He goes, but can I bring my dad? Sure. He goes, he's a funny guy. I'm like, okay, cool. I still, to this day, have no idea why he never brought his dad in himself on his own when he had his own show. Yeah. Or why he never wanted to do this before. Yeah. So I thought there was a reason. I thought he had a reason he wanted to do something. So they come in. His father is 90 or definitely in his 90s. I forget exactly how old, but it might be I want to say he's 90, but I could be wrong. But definitely in his 90s. But Tom comes in, and his father just sits down and just starts talking. So I even said to Tom, "Is there a reason?" He goes, "No." I was like, "Oh, all right. I thought you wanted to do something." But this guy, he didn't give a shit. He starts telling us stuff that Tom never even knew. And and the family's watching, but it was all like, all about girls he had before he was married and things he did when he was in the service. And Tom's sitting there like, he had no idea.
Wow.
So I didn't know what to make of this.
Yeah.
But I was laughing my ass off.
That's great.
They were great stories, and I had a blast that day. If you guys remember, we had a lot of fun with him. But I felt a little bad for Tom. He was like, and he even said, he goes, your 12-year-old grandson is watching. I was like, holy shit. So I don't know what kind of trouble he got in when he got it. I haven't actually heard from him since. So, but it was so much fun. But that's exactly what he did. He got into stuff that Tom never even knew. And so that talking about wanting to interview your dad.
Oh, that's a great story.
And and it's interesting. Your parents, they're both gone.
Yeah.
Do they have siblings? Like, do you have any relatives of their generation still around?
I had ancestry. I did the ancestry DNA once, and this one guy, I think he lives in Ohio. His last name is Kaplan. And he reached out to me through that app and said, it came back that we're cousins. And, we talk on Facebook once in a while. Okay. We follow each other. That's about it. I come from a very small family.
Right.
And the small family that I have, I don't even want to talk to him.
Because I've thought about that.
Well, my mother's a twin.
Oh, you know what? I knew that and I forgot.
And they married brothers.
Oh, interesting.
They married brothers. And then,
And they still around?
My Aunt Maria, she has dementia. She's been in a nursing home for, about 7 years now.
Just like your mother,
Just like my mother,
wow. All right, I was going to ask if you could interview her. Because I've thought about that. Like I said.
Interesting. I would. It's too bad it would be only 3 people, but she would be an interesting interview.
Because I've thought about that. Like I said, my mother's one of 6, and her oldest brother has passed. Actually, I think this year will be 10 years. But and like I said, the youngest brother, I don't talk to. No, I don't think anybody in our family does. But her other brother, my Uncle Joe, he's still around. He's in his 80s. I've considered asking him to sit down and talk about the family.
Yeah.
Because my father's side, I never knew my father, so I don't really have a lot of interest. Nothing against my father's family.
Right.
I knew my father's sister, my Aunt Ruth, and I loved her, and I'm still in touch with her 2 daughters. In fact, they were in here once, a long time ago. And my grandmother, my father's mother, I had a good relationship with her. She's been gone for a long time, but beyond that, I just never really had much interest on that side. My brother has a lot of interest in that side. He's found family, but my interest is just the people I knew, like my mother's side. And like I said, I live with my grandmother, so I knew a lot of the extended family, big Italian families. There was a whole bunch of Celentanos, and my grandmother's maiden name was LePew. Actually, when her family came over, they changed a lot of the names. They actually changed her name to LePew.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know what the original name was?
LeBou.
Oh, LeBou.
They changed it though to Pepe LePew. That was my grandmother's maiden name on paper, LePew. So I knew a lot of that family because they would come over to see my grandmother. So I have a little bit of an interest, but more so just like my grandmother. My grandmother died when I was 19. So I lived with her till I was 12. So I have great memories of her, but she was a tough lady. She was very strict, tough lady. But her husband, my grandfather, he died when I was 5. And I get the impression he was not an easy person to get along with. So I wouldn't mind sitting down with my uncle at one point to hear more about him.
Yeah.
and the family, what kind of childhood they had with my grandparents.
Yeah.
I have great memories of my grandfather, but I know my mother. There was a time her and her father didn't talk to each other. So yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing more about.
Let me blow your mind for a second. You know, now that you bring this up, you know who I would love to interview? Myself.
You're a narcissist.
How is that narcissist?
I'm just being stupid. Why would you interview yourself?
I would like to know how my mind was working, like when I was 14, 15 years old.
All right, but you were there. Don't you know?
No, but like if I was like another person, if you're asking me if I can interview anyone that I wanted, I would love to go back in time and talk to that person.
So if you're somebody else interviewing that person, do you think you were so interesting that you deserved to be interviewed at that age?
Yeah.
I couldn't even get through it.
You couldn't. But speaking of banks, you know, you make me think of a very funny joke.
Okay.
Who was it? Your uncle that worked at a bank?
Yes.
Yeah, my father was so dumb. He worked at a bank and he got arrested for stealing pens. Okay. Well, got to take him on the road, try him out.
That might be one of the worst jokes I've ever heard.
Not when Rodney said it.
I was about to ask if that was was a Rodney joke?
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Rodney, we're all over the place today.
Yeah. We are.
Speaking of Rodney, we were talking about it on Monday. There's a shopping center in this area, Hicksville, Levittown, East Meadow, Westbury. They're a chain of shopping centers. They're called Village Greens. And there's one right here in Levittown. It's literally like you could decent, in shape people could probably walk it. Probably take maybe 20 minutes from here, but it's like a 2-minute car drive right back this way. This Friday night at the Levittown Village Green, so that it's like the parks. Like, you know, all over Long Island, they have these free shows. You can go to the local park and see, you know, like a tribute band or somebody who hasn't done anything substantial in like 30 years. It's like, that's like the running joke. You want to go see a free show and, you know, you want to go see something you would never pay for. Go to one of these parks.
Exactly.
This Friday at the Levittown Village Green is Joe Piscopo.
Are you kidding?
And that was what we were talking about on Monday. Like, has it really gotten that bad for Joe Piscopo?
He was huge.
He was huge in the 80s. We couldn't believe it. Yeah, this Friday, the
he's
Levittown
got to be
Village Green.
at least in his 70s, late 70s.
Yeah, I would say late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because I guess he was young when he was
early
popular.
Well, yeah, it was what, 1980, 81 when he hit Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So you figure, yeah, early 20s at that point. So
yeah,
all right, so he could be mid to late 60s. Yeah,
wow.
Depending on his, you know, how old he was. But yeah, couldn't believe it. I was shocked to see that, and then it does make you realize, you know, how old you are. You know, It's like, son of a bitch. I used to go pay money to see this guy. I saw him at Westbury Music Fair. Him and Stephen Wright, great show.
Stephen Wright was a great comedian.
Stephen Wright was fantastic, and I can't say Stephen Wright without my brother, because Stephen Wright, when we saw him, he pulls out a guitar and he starts playing, which I didn't know that was part of his act. But he starts playing. All of a sudden he goes, "I need a pick. Anybody got a pick?" And of course, my brother has a pick. So I got a pick. And Stephen Wright, I swear, he turns. He goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So Frank jumps up on stage, hands him a pick, and comes back and sits down. Yeah, true story.
That's funny.
Yeah, and Howard Stern was there too. I remember Joe Piscopo brought him up on stage, and he was sitting just a few rows in front of us. I remember that too. And he was very nice. After the show, that's all you saw. Everybody's flocking to Howard Stern after the show.
I'm sure.
And he was very nice to everybody, signing autographs and stuff. He stood there for I'm going to say at least 15 minutes, signing autographs. And eventually he turned to everybody and said, "Look, I'm really sorry." He goes, "I would like to stand here more." He goes, "But I really have to go." He goes, "I'm really," like, he was really nice about it, because he had to turn a lot of people away, which I thought it was really cool of him. But then, again, we're all over the place today. But then years later, when I was in the phone company, I worked at the house he had on Long Island that he doesn't have anymore, and he was a real dick.
Yeah, you had told me that.
Yeah, his wife, this was the first wife. She was wonderful. She was very lovely. But who knows? Maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe they were fighting. Who knows? But he was a real dick to us. Let's see. When Kaplan's alone, he likes to put his hand in his pants and listen to what? The Jerk-Offs?
The Jerkovsky?
Oh, is that what it says?
Oh.
Jerkovsky? Oh, yeah,
I
Jerkovsky.
get
I'm
it.
trying to focus. Scott, I once had a threesome with twins. Later, I realized my eyes were diabetic and I was seeing double. Oh, my goodness. Fremder, what's your maiden name? LePew. Are you sure? Change your clothes and take a shower. No, that was her name.
Yeah.
L-O-P... L-O-P-U-E was how she spelled it. LePew.
LePew. Cool last name.
No, not really. And then, I don't know if I ever told you this story. I probably have. My grandfather's, so my mother's father's brother, my mother's uncle. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. My grandfather's brother, this is back in I think the late 50s, gets a phone call. Speaking of finding cousins and stuff, he gets a phone call. Hello. Hi, you don't know me, but we're cousins. I've been doing research, and I'm finding a bunch of my grandfather's last name was Celentano. He says, I've been doing research. I'm looking for other Celentanos. He goes, I'm looking for family members. He goes, I'm starting a business. And he goes, and I want to keep it in the family so that the family makes money. He goes, if you like to invest, I think it was a few $100, you'll be invested in this company and you will get profits. Mm-hmm. My uncle says, no. Like, he didn't know who the guy was. He thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the last name is Celentano. If you ever go to the supermarket, you'll find, frozen Italian Celentano dishes. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that's who it was.
Wow.
That's who it was. So if my uncle said yes, then my grandfather probably would have went on it, and I would not be sitting here today with you common folk.
With the common folk.
Mike Kaplan would be digging ditches for me or driving me as my driver,
Yeah.
handing me my cigars. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we are definitely...
Who
all
would
over
you
the place.
interview? If I may be so bold.
All right, well, I said I guess I'll throw my Uncle Joe in there based on everything I said a few minutes ago. But that if I have to think about that answer, of course I'm thinking about who would I interview on this show. And as much as I want to know about my family and talk to my uncle, like that wouldn't be interesting to anybody else.
Well, then take the show equation out of it.
Well, I've toyed with the idea of bringing my uncle in here because my Uncle Joe, again, he knows a lot of the family history, but he's had a very interesting life. He went to high school, like an all-boys high school, because he wanted to be a priest. So not only was it an all-boys high school, but it was one of those high schools where they start training you to be a priest. So they weren't allowed to date, and then he did become a priest, only later to realize this is not
what he wanted.
Yeah, so he left it, which was a big deal. Like I said, my grandmother.
Sure it was a big deal, yeah.
Very tough woman, very strict, devout Catholic. We had the Virgin Mary statue on the front lawn. We were, one of those families. I remember that like it was yesterday. My grandmother
She must have
freaking
took that
out.
very hard, yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough time in our family. It's funny, but it's not. He leaves the priesthood. My grandmother is flipping out, but then he ends up then with a Jewish woman. So it was very.
Yeah.
It was a very awkward situation. Mm-hmm. Even my grandmother did eventually calm down after a while, but you can always see it. And my aunt, because they ended up getting married, she's the coolest lady, and I get along really well with her. And to her credit, I think, based on my memories, she tried. But you can always see there was like awkwardness. And even my my uncle, like, he actually didn't marry her until after my grandmother had passed.
Oh,
like, and
okay.
I'm guessing, but I'm assuming he did that on purpose. Like, he waited
Yeah.
till after she was gone before. I could be totally wrong on that. But I don't have any fact. My mother, if she's watching, she probably knows. But so he's had a very interesting life, and I'll tell you a great story about him. He was a great, as a teenager, he was a great athlete. And I don't know if he still has it, but I remember as a kid seeing he always made like the local papers because he did this in a game, he did that, and I remember this one picture, great picture of him in action as a catcher, like making a play at the plate, getting somebody out, and I think he may have even like was breaking records in like school records and stuff. He was a phenomenal athlete. So when I was a kid in Little League, I remember this one year. At the end of the season, my coach, the season was over and he wanted to have like a little barbecue, for the end of the season. But it was a father-son softball game, barbecue and softball game, and it was the team, the kids against their fathers. So my father is off, so I bring Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
Now at this point. All the fathers, they're all, it's a local Little League, so it's all Hicksville. All the fathers know each other. They've all been at the game. Some of them are the coaches. They all know each other. So now here comes my uncle. He may have come to maybe a game or two, but he didn't know these guys. He wasn't living in Hicksville anymore. Was he still? I think he had just left the priesthood. So he was a priest somewhere out by you, actually, like Islip area. I forget the name of the church. But so he comes. He doesn't know any of these guys. They don't know him. So they're like, "Oh, Joe, hi. All right, we're gonna have you bat last." So I'll never forget it. I think we might have even been winning. I forget. But he finally comes up. Uncle Joe comes up. I'm out in center field, and I'm yelling, "Come on, Uncle Joe, hit it to me. You can't hit it out here, Uncle Joe. Come on." Not only does he hit it to center field, I don't even think I moved. I just watched this thing sail. And I remember, like all the fathers, he hit a bomb dead center. Towering over the fence. Like, it wasn't even close. This thing was a bomb. And and then he just, he's a very quiet, subdued man. So he just jogged around the bases, just nice and quiet. Everybody else is like, who is this guy?
Wow.
It was like, and again, I stopped playing. So I had to be around 10, give or take. So he was probably 40, late 30s, early 40s, give or take. So it's like watching Robert Redford in The Natural.
Right.
Yeah. I'll never forget it, just watching this thing. I said it, hit it to me, and he did. And I just watched this thing, watched the ball fly right over my head.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
Is he still around?
He's still around.
He's still
that's
around.
when I said before I'd like to interview.
Yeah. How old is he?
The family history.
How old is he?
Only mentioned his name a few times. He's 86. My mother's 81. Yeah, I think he's around 86 somewhere. No, maybe no. I'm going to take that back. 83, 84, because she's
okay.
Because he's third and my mother was fourth. As far as all the kids, the Celentano kids. Yeah, so it's probably like 83, 84. And as far as I know, still has his wits about him. He's definitely slowing down. I know he doesn't hear well, but he has his wits about him. Great guy. I had a great childhood. That's why I never really cared about my father not being around.
Yeah,
I had a great childhood. I had a few uncles. All my mother's brothers were involved. Even the one I don't talk to anymore, he was involved for a short time. He's actually my godfather. But all my uncles were around. They had their own lives. The oldest, Uncle Tony, the one who died some years back, he had 4 kids of his own. Still made time for me and my brother. Uncle Joe, he was around more because as a priest, he didn't have kids at the time. Once he got married in the 90s, he has one daughter. But again, she came later. So he was around with us a lot. He used to take us to ball games. Yeah. And then I think I mentioned in here too, my friend Bobby Donahue. Have you met Bobby? I think no.
I don't
you
know.
have. But Bobby and I lived right next door to each other when we were kids. And so his father, this guy was the greatest guy. He had 3 kids of his own, and included me in everything. And he didn't have to. My mother, I don't recall my mother like even asking him or paying him. But he included me in everything he did. To the point where you would have thought he had 4 kids, because he didn't. He would go, family outings, even to extended family, or if their extended family was coming over for barbecue, he made sure I was there. Taking the kids to a ball game, he took me. He was the only guy I ever called Dad. Bobby Donahue's father. He just died 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was. That was a little weird. And then I felt bad because they didn't have a wake, they didn't have a funeral, but Bobby and his brother, and I think their sister too, they were going to take his ashes to Calverton and put him away there. But they were doing it. What's today? The 12th? It was last Thursday. But they invited me, but it was the same day Lisa was getting the nerve block in.
Oh,
so
right.
I couldn't go. So
Yeah.
I felt terrible. I would have loved to have gone. Freaking Lisa and her stupid nerve blocks. So yeah, I mean, I had a great reason, and they totally understood.
Yeah.
But it was sad to learn. Speaking of which, I never heard of this before. So Bobby Donahue's father had since moved to Florida. Bobby's brother had also moved to Florida. So he was taking care of things down there, when their father died. Had him cremated, but there's some kind of weird law that you cannot travel with an urn.
Correct.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah.
When I had my dad and mom cremated,
Yeah.
and speaking to the funeral parlor, you have to go down this list of things to do and not to do.
Okay.
Like I was going to put my mother in the ocean, and
Yeah.
they said, well, you got to go out 3 nautical miles. It's against the law, right? All these laws. And
Yeah.
and they asked me, do you plan on traveling? I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Well, you have to get a special permit if you want to travel with an urn with remains. It's an environmental thing. I didn't even ask.
Yeah, but it was weird because they sent the urn up.
So they shipped it.
They shipped it. It just couldn't. He just couldn't travel with it.
You can't travel with it. They have to ship it via email, via mail, or UPS or something.
Yeah, I thought that was the strangest thing.
Yeah, you can't just put it in your suitcase.
Yeah. So Brian had to come up separately, and then they had to
it is
retrieve the
weird.
urn.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah.
But so that was that. Wow, we were definitely all over the place today.
Yeah, isn't it fun?
It was fun. All right. So with that, a reminder: I am not here next week.
Next week.
Right. I'll be away. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Anything you wanted to plug or talk about or say or okay? All right.
No, sir.
With that, time for us to go. Today is Wednesday. We have Circling the Drain tonight at 7 p.m.
I do have something to say.
Okay, go right ahead.
Just remember, when you think you know the whole story, you don't know the whole story. So don't judge, ask questions, be curious.
Be curious. He's talking about sex.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Of course. Circling the Drain tonight at 7. Tomorrow morning at 11. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Coffee with the Dog. Tomorrow morning at 11. I will be here with Frank. And our guests are Joanne and Tim. Joanne Amante and her husband, Tim Finnegan. Why am I blanking? Why do I feel that's not his last name? Let me double check that.
Who you having tomorrow?
Yeah. Tim Finnegan. Oh, okay, I was right. I don't know. For some reason, I was having a brain fart there. Joanne Amante, Tim Finnegan, they've been here before. But they're a lot of fun, and they're musicians and nice people and good friends of Frank. So they're going to join us tomorrow. That's tomorrow at 11. And then what else is tomorrow? Bonnie and Chef Felix tomorrow. Recipe for Laughter tomorrow at 6:30. No Nick Raystone. Nick Raystone returns, I think it's next week, I think. No, not next week because I'm not here. So in 2 weeks. Nick Raystone is back in 2 weeks. And then Friday, of course, me and Rosie will be here. And that's the story. Okay. And of course, what comments?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what's
Scott,
happening.
the mystery man, and Fremder.
Bring in Uncle Joe, he says. All right, maybe I'll do that. Fremder, I knew my uncle was a creep when he told me to pull his finger out. I'm not sure if I get that. Like, pull my finger, that's a fart thing. Pull my finger.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Finger out?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either. John Rusiello, Mary on the half shell. You cannot be Italian. I don't want a house without that on your front lawn. Oh, Mary on the half shell. Yes.
Oh.
You cannot be Italian. I don't want a house without that on your front lawn. Oh, so you're saying you can't be Italian unless you have one of those? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Because I
don't know.
I think that's what he's saying. It's hard to understand based on what it's written, the way it's written. Scott, whenever I have trouble sleeping, I'm putting this episode on replay. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, thanks.
Scott. At the end of the show, could Walker and Kaplan shake and then zip her up?
I read it.
Fremder, got it. Kaplan, bi-curious. Yeah, that's what I said. Fremder, holy shit, Tony. How many eclipses have you stared into in your life? No, I told you, my eye infection is back. Remember it happened a few months ago, and I sat home for 2 months? I'm refusing to sit home again. The same exact thing happened. The infection in the same eye. I'm back on the same meds. Everything is blurry to me. I am just refusing to sit home this time. I was telling Mike before we went on the air today, the only reason I can handle all the computer work here is because I know where everything is. If I was looking at this for the first time, I wouldn't be able to do it. But I just know the shapes, and I know where the cursor is supposed to go and the mouse and all. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm having trouble seeing this paper. I'm having trouble seeing the screen with your comments. Driving so far has been okay. I am concerned because I'm driving to D.C. next week and to Hershey Park next week.
Yeah.
I might have to make my son do it. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm having trouble. So the stupid eye infection came back, and I'm on the same exact meds again. And just like last time, I got to do the meds for at least 6 weeks, just like last time. I can't believe it, and I'm mad about it. And I'm even putting papers away, and I'm not done with them yet. So shut up, Fremder. Fremder, Tony, it's good. It's good your mom didn't name you Reed. Is that what that says? Reed Walker?
Reed Walker? Who's Reed Walker?
I have no idea. Is that what that? Can you see that? Is that what it says? Reed? I think that's what that says.
Didn't name you Reed.
Oh, Reed, because I can't read. Your eye infection is back. Stop eating chocolate. See, but that too, they're telling me this infection has nothing to do with the diabetes.
Right.
They are insisting. And no, I've been very good with the chocolate. I have not touched a single Buc-ee's that John brought last week. I ate that one that day while he was here on the air. I have not touched that box of Buc-ee's since. I take that back. I took one. And I took one out to give it to Sal. You know Sal.
Yeah.
And I played you the video yesterday. I played you guys a video of Sal eating it. That's your only time I've touched the box since. And I would love to touch the box a lot more. Every day. A few times a day. I have not touched the box since. All right, time for us to go. One Funny Lisa Marie is playing the Allegria Hotel in Long Beach tonight. That's presented by Governors. Friday night, the Laugh-Off Finals, right here at Governors in Levittown. Saturday night, Gino Bisconti, great guy, very funny comedian. He's playing Governors in Levittown on Saturday. In the Giggle Room on Saturday, Teddy Smith. Teddy Smith is a powerhouse. Luis Lopez is at the Brokerage Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday at McGuire's in Bohemia, Alvin Kwai. He's fantastic, too. Saturday night at McGuire's, The Late Show. Terry McNeely, Billy Geyer, Joe Winchell. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll try and get Geyer in here on Friday. Geyer's a trip, and I love that guy, and I haven't seen him in a while.
He's funny.
You've seen Billy?
On YouTube, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is. Some of it is like, what in the world? But some of it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
But it's clever. Clever stuff. All right. That is it. That's everything. All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Very nice. Okay. We are